to the topic of the discussion and hit the issues you typically find reluctant. Remove the facade to fill the gap with some substance. We undermining problems, expecting to overcome it. Please hold the applause. We doing it for the cause. People follow culture before they follow the laws. We rather face the friction and not attempt it at all. Persistence will find solutions once our contentment dissolves. There's a hard pill to swallow for anyone breathing, both for folks who stay woke and those who be dreaming. We ain't slaves, yet we still ain't experienced freedom. What we need is the keys to access the kingdom. We're all in this fallen world trying to stay intact. I'm just a beggar, point you out to where the bread is at. So follow the breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel. Thank Yogi Bear and the thought engineer for that on Man Talk Mondays. Man Talk Monday. Woo!
Man Talk Mondays back once again. I'm Derek, the thought engineer, here with my man, comedian John Yogi. How's it going, bro?
Man, it is going great, man. Just trying to cram everything into this Monday. Seemed like a lot. It seemed like a lot. We're going to get it in here. We're going to get it in here.
Shout out to my man, Antonio Drake, for that fire intro. We know we got the hottest intro in the business. Thanks to Tony Drake. You can find Tony Drake. Check him out on Instagram. He has a lot of music out. His new one, 3 a.m. in Dallas. He's a storyteller. That's what I like about him. He's a storyteller. He's a good storyteller. So you definitely want to check out Antonio Drake. Check out his music. Check out his link tree. You can find all his information and stuff. But definitely check him out.
That was good.
Yeah, right. He is that. All right. Let me remind everybody, this is Man Talk Monday. It's an open forum where we talk about everything from religion to politics to relationships. But of course, we're doing it from a man's perspective. Now, keep in mind, this is not just for men. We want everybody to participate, join into the conversation. Men, women, boys, and girls, children of all ages, you can join in with us. And how you do this, simply go into the comments, leave your comment, leave your question. We can see this. We can see it. This is how you talk to us. This is how you participate in the conversation. But by all means, participate. We want to hear from you, right? Get into the topic. We want to hear what you got to say. What's on your mind? All right. We just talking. That's all we doing. We just talking. That's it.
We not trying to offend nobody, but if we do, we might be talking about you.
Hey, Miss Christina, thank you for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. We appreciate you.
Have you ever followed Christina on Facebook? Don't do it. I'm telling you now, don't do it.
Oh, yeah?
She is the craziest thing. She is the craziest thing.
We're going to make your page blow up, Christina. You know that when you say don't do something, doesn't matter. That's exactly what people do. They do exactly what you tell them don't do. So you're going to find a whole lot of visits to your page. So.
Don't look at a page. Don't look at a page. Don't do it.
Don't forget, people, like, share, subscribe. Like our podcast, share it with your friends, subscribe so you can stay tuned to everything that we're doing. All the podcasts, when we upload new episodes, you can be aware of it. Don't forget to subscribe. We are available on Apple, Google, Spotify, Spreaker, a whole lot of different platforms. You can find us. We are with BS3 Network, and you can catch us live on BS3 TV on Roku. So if you
Mama, I'm on TV. Device, Mama, I'm on TV. Mama, I'm on TV.
You made it to the big time.
I made
it. So that's BS3 Space TV. You can find us. You can catch us right now, live. If you want to sit and catch us on the big screen, you can catch us there. So definitely check us out, BS3 TV. Go check out BS3 TV channel. Whole lot of good content, good programs. Christina's going off on John right now. she blocking you from her page. So you see all her craziness no more. So she is blocking you, sir. Anthony said, I found my baby in my Charlie Wilson voice. So yeah, we definitely appreciate all our people hopping on tonight, joining us for Man Talk Mondays. But we ain't gonna prolong the time. We're gonna get into this. We get into our segment we call Man Talk About It. Man Talk About It. What's goings on in the world today? Around.
What's going on, D? What's going on in this world today?
Well, a lot going on. Namely, you ever seen, I like coaches who can, they don't just coach. They can get down in the trenches with you. They can go there with you. Well, University of Michigan got a real one. University of Michigan head coach Juwan Howard got them hands. He said, try Jesus. Please don't try me. Because I throw hands.
D, let me tell you something. When I first heard about it, the first thing I was like, come on, man. Juwan, man, come on, dude. Come on. Because,
Anthony talking about that's my knuckle.
Because you don't want us out there acting like we don't got no sense, man. You don't want to be out there like that, man. Even if you got probable cause, man, you still don't want to be out there act like that because your players gonna act like you act.
Yeah, you got a great point. Maybe they need some more scrap in them. They wouldn't have lost the game to begin with. But
See, there you
that's
go.
a whole another. But don't it make him seem a little salty for losing the game?
Well, this the thing. They were down by 15, and the coach and they start trapping, which they trap to get the ball out of your hand. So the coach called timeout to beat the trap. And I guess Juwan wasn't hearing about it. He wasn't. He was not the dude to be like, yeah, man, good game after that. Because
sidebar. Did you just mansplain trapping?
Well, because I just want to make sure everybody know what trapping is and what it means.
I just know how some people will go there with you, man.
You know.
Ben said Juwan pimp slap dude.
He did. And you know what's funny? When the dude got pimp slapped, he was like, oh my God, what just happened? And somebody said, he pimp slapped you, dog.
Rissa says that's what happened when you walk up and touch folks. He said, don't put your hands on me.
Especially when you know he don't want to be bothered with you. Because he gave you the I don't want to be bothered. Gone now. He gave you the gone now.
He tries to avoid him, and the old boy stepped in his way. Anthony said you can take the boy out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the boy. Yeah, he came from a specific place in Michigan. Juwan went to Detroit on him. He a Detroit pimp on him.
You know what?
Take it back to the main streets.
Anthony makes a really good point. I hate that, but he makes a really good point. He is from that place where.
But that wasn't his persona that he put out though. Juwan was the clean cut, the kind of mild mannered, kind of, one of the Fab Five that, had a good NBA career the whole nine. And now we see, he got that in.
I want to know, is he married? His wife probably said something fly on his way out the house. And he said the next one that say something to me, they gonna get it.
Anthony said, didn't y'all see the baby powder flying? And I don't like, because to your point, the articles that I saw, they called it mayhem and all that. They use these exaggerated words. It was a fight, but they make it, of course, now they're going to make it this whole big melee, this whole big chaotic thing.
Well, did you see the rest of the teams was involved in it? See, that's the only. It wasn't no melee. It just was a scrum, a scuffle. How about that?
A scuffle. Yeah.
Yes, but anytime we involved, it's a disaster. It's a melee. It's a catastrophe to the highest order. They're gonna always make it a lot more than what it was. Now, should we know better? Absolutely, we should, because we know what the narrative is gonna be.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. But it's a team sport, man. It's a team sport. If the coach acting up, coach go there, the team gonna go there. So you gotta look out for the team. You gotta be thinking about the team. And when it comes to teams, Kiki Wyatt is putting together her own team. Kiki Wyatt is pregnant with her 11th child. She skipped basketball, went straight to football on.
Bro, that last one walked up out of there. Anybody gonna tell me no different? Bro, bro, that last one just scooted on out, bro. He just, here I come, mama. He said, come on out. He said, here I come, mama. Here I come.
Oh my goodness.
When he came out, he was walking and talking. I want my bottle. Because, hey, bro, when you 11, bro, that's some cheering there, brother. That's some cheering there. He's on think about, woo!
That's that old school family right there, boy.
Yes.
Anthony talking about she part rabbit.
But now, the question is, are they all by the same daddy?
Now, if I'm not mistaken, she's on her second marriage. So, at least 2. I'm assuming at least 2. I'm assuming she had kids by her first husband.
Boy,
and then now.
When you walk up into the court and they say, how many kids you got? And he say 6 and he say 5. Judge gonna say, this had your whole check going over to that house right there.
Exactly.
Your whole check. Matter of fact, we ain't gonna give you none of that check. All the fun you supposed to have was with her. Cause when you 5-6 times, brother, ain't no more fun left.
Well, we just say she ain't heard for money, man. Kiki Wyatt, number one. Kiki Wyatt, to me, pound for pound, the best vocalist out there.
Well,
that girl can go.
Since you said pound for pound and you said go, I'm gonna second you on both of those. Yes, she sure can go. And pound for pound, she can go, brother. 11.
Are you stupid?
Brother, she can go. You hear me? And she sound like she going.
LaWanda said, "No, they are not." Oh yeah, no, they're not by the same person. Yeah. Talking about the babies, they're not by the same person.
That's a lot, bro. That's why you live house on the prairie. You gotta live on a farm to have that many kids, bro.
Hey man, hey, we ought to see a band or something come out of this, something soon.
Something.
You know, some of the kids gotta be able to sing, man. Do something.
Dude, she got an orchestra, bro. A band.
She got production, management, musicians, vocalists.
And you know, and that's you said that that's old school, bro. They don't have kids like that no more, bro.
Hey, now it'll be genius if she come out with her whole family is doing things. So it'd be genius, man. I will say that.
You know what's genius though? Is for her talking to that dude and giving her one more kid. What was that conversation like? Come on, I know we can do one more. I know we can do one more. We can do one more, son.
Was it really that difficult though?
Unless she got that pow. Hey, maybe it ain't. Hey, you get into it. Girl, I'm finna get you pregnant.
Hey man, I was like, who gonna help her take care of all these kids, man? Who gonna help her take care of all these kids?
Well, you say she's doing well though. You say she's doing well.
I mean, financially, but I mean, you still gotta look after all that. You know, they talk about the whole sister wife thing, the whole community, talking about how it helps with raising kids. One person can watch the kids while the other person kind of go to work or do, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Get some help.
Well, she got her own community.
Yeah. This is kind of strange right here. This is kind of strange. To us, it's kind of strange. So, the king of Eswatini, which is formerly Swaziland, he has put out a declaration that every man has to take at least 5 wives or go to jail. Every man in Eswatini, formerly known as Swaziland, you have to take at least 5 wives or go to jail.
I'm gonna be on cell block D.
You going to jail?
Block D. Cause you can't make me take 5 wives. You can't make me unless you put some stipulations on it. Only one of them a day can be talking to me. I can't talk to all y'all on the same day. I can't talk to all y'all on the same day. Now, 2 or 3 of y'all can come in the bedroom when I get ready to go to bed. Just 2 or 3 of y'all, not all 5. No, I don't need all 5. 2 or 3 of y'all. 2 or 3 of y'all. I just need one of y'all at breakfast talking to me. I need one of y'all at lunch. And I don't need y'all together talking to each other about what I don't do. Okay?
You gonna keep them separate. You gonna keep them separate.
Don't you come out of your room. Don't you come out of the room until I summon you out of the room.
Oh, that is funny. But here's the thing. He said that there are too many single women in his nation, his kingdom. Because this is a king. He's a real king. Right? King Mwati III. That's his name. But he said the government will pay for the weddings.
Really?
And you get a house. The government will buy you a house.
For 5 wives? How many bedrooms? How many square feet we talking?
I don't know.
How many cars do I get? Because you know they're going to be asking for cars and jewelry and all that stuff. You can't get one of them a Louis purse if the other 4 ain't got one. So you got to supplement whatever I need to be doing for 1. I got to be able to do for 5. So you got to give me some money every month to do that.
So you need supplemental income too.
I got to. I'm gonna need to talk to a therapist, and I'm gonna because they're gonna drive you crazy. 5 gonna drive you plenty crazy.
But he said the country was in a crisis because they had too many women who were they don't have husbands. So they said every man, and it said the women that refuse as well go to jail too. So everybody, you getting married. There's gonna be a wedding around here somewhere.
But if you gotta talk to women to it like that, you doomed anyway. You gotta make them, hey, all y'all not married, y'all gotta get married to somebody who already got another wife. Come on, man. They ain't going for that.
I mean, but it's a different culture though. Maybe that's they sitting around complaining about not having enough prospects. He said, I'll fix that.
If it was the culture, he wouldn't have to put him in jail for not doing it.
Got a good point. Good point. Maybe they would just maybe they said, maybe I'll take 2.
You have a hard enough time getting some from your wife when she want to marry you. Try 4 more people that didn't really want to marry you. It's gonna be a lock on their door when you go in there at night. Girl, you better let me in here. I'm sleeping. You ain't gonna never get done. Hey, think about this. You struggle with 1 wife. How about 5? How about 5 wives that won't give you none when you come in there at night? You come on from work. I be with the cows and stuff. You come on, ain't no dinner on the table, and they sitting outside on you. So one of y'all finna do something.
You say, man, can't nobody fix nothing? Can't get a meal from nobody? Nowhere?
Bruh, if they don't want to marry you, you finna catch it. I'm just saying, bro.
Hey, man. Yeah, me and the king will have to have a conversation.
I'm just saying.
We walk around there. I'm going to tell the king, you better act right. King, we ain't doing it.
He got to be on speed dial.
Oh, man. Has to be. Where people in Eswatini or Swaziland, they get 5 to 1. But you got people over here that are struggling just to get 1. They struggling just to get 1 person. It's a struggle over here. So we wanted to talk tonight how to know if he or she is the one. How to know if he or she is the one. We want to help somebody tonight.
But I want to know, what I want to know is what is the one? How are we coming up with the concept of this right here is the one?
That's a great question. That's a great question, because so many times people are not really paying attention to what these qualifications actually are. I think people are just saying, I want to find the one. And we talked about soulmates a few weeks ago. Everybody, they look for a soulmate and all this kind of stuff. But there are no real requirements or qualifications for you to know if you actually found them. Because can you really base that on a feeling? Can you really base the one on a feeling?
Good, bruh. See, you gonna just dive in it right now.
I mean, let's get into it. We're gonna get into it.
Because we base it on the feeling. We definitely based it on the feeling. How they, oh my God, when I'm with her, she just make me feel so good about myself. And when I had touched her, I had like got the chill bumps. And then when she had kissed me, dude, everything is about feeling. Nothing is factual or actual. Everything is about how we feel at that time. At that time. Yeah.
Once you actually get with somebody and y'all actually start having conversations, the feeling is something you trying to hold on to.
Oh man.
It is like sand in your fingers, trying to hold on to them feelings.
Dude, it's like, and I well, I don't want to use it, but I've heard the reference before. How about I use this one? It's the first time on stage. There is a high that you get the first time you're on stage. And what you do is you try to repeat that every time you get on stage, but it's not the same. Audience ain't the same. The mood, everything, it ain't the same like it would be when you get it the first time. You surprised and you kill. It's like, oh man, you come off stage and you hyped all up and you try. And now for the rest of your comedy career, you searching for that high again. And it's the same in relationships. When we meet somebody, we vibe and see. I'm at a disqualification anyway because I'm a people person and I vibe with people. I can just be talking to them and we back and forth. I'm like, man, I'm feeling her. And my wife could be sitting right over here. I'm feeling her. She feeling me. And if you go by feeling, you'll be like, I wonder if I'm, dude, I am so serious. Because
did I miss the one?
No, because most of the time we feeling that person, they feeling us.
Right.
Now it don't have to be sexually; it could be intellectually.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the thing that kind of fools us because we base it on somebody feeling.
Conversation is dangerous. Conversation is dangerous. This is why you got to watch your conversation. Conversation is dangerous because conversation actually is an intimate key. You can be intimate with somebody conversationally and you get soul ties from that way.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't understand that. So
let's ask the audience, D, what does having the one feel like? What kind of feeling is that? What do y'all tell us? We're curious to know what y'all feel about it because I know how I feel about it. We want to know how you guys feel about that tonight.
Yeah, I want somebody to explain that to me. What does the one feel like? Like, what's the feeling to make you say, this the one I want to spend the rest of my life with? I'm cutting everybody else off and all this type of stuff. What is it, the feeling that makes you do that? Anthony says she finishes me. I'm gonna ask for a little clarification on that. That can go good or go bad.
Anthony say he start, she finish.
I'm assuming you mean complete you.
Yes, let's take that there. Let's go there. Let's go there.
Okay, he said yang to my yang. Okay, so he's talking about the balance, the things that I lack, she's strong in. My strength is her weakness, and the whole nine and back and forth, the yin and yang. Okay, but how do you know that? Can you base that yin and yang on a feeling though, or is that from observation? You didn't check that person out.
Because most of the time, I believe we call it too soon. Hey man, I think I met the one. When you don't know them, you're just going off of what you just met or what you thought about them, and I don't think that's fair. That's not fair to her.
Yeah.
Because now you're gonna try to cram her in a box and make her be something that you thought she was when you first met her.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's not only that we jump the gun on that. We act on it. We act on those feelings too soon.
Mm-hmm.
We don't take those feelings as just an indication that explore this a little more, we
Yeah.
take it and we just put that person in that slot. Oh, I found the one. We don't say I got a prospect, I'm checking out.
Yeah. So D, what's the time frame to call somebody the one? Should there be a time frame? Should we wait? Should we rush? What should we do? How should we do that, D?
Anthony say roll the dice. Hey, too many people been crapping out, man. That's the problem.
Bro,
What's going on, Mr. Ivan?
What's
Too
up,
many
Ivan? What's good?
people have been crapping out, and that's the problem. You roll the dice, and it doesn't have to be a roll of the dice, but that's what we make it, and people are missing. So what's the basic qualification?
But D, why does it have to be all or nothing? We roll the dice because we either want to be all in or we don't want none of it. Why are we in such a hurry to give our heart to somebody and put the pressure on them to keep it?
I'm glad you asked. That's a great question.
Hey man,
You know why we rush it? Because in the back of our mind, we know we're making a mistake. And so I rush it before common sense can creep in. Whether that come from somebody I know, whether that come from, I think that's why we rush it. And we get into situations, once you get in it, you end up getting stuck for the most part. Anthony says no time limit. You just got to know.
See, now this is the thing. When I met my wife, I met my wife in California. And when I left her that evening, I told a friend of mine, I said, hey, I think this is the one right here. I think this is the one. And that was a night. Now I said that because when I talked to her, she had qualities that I like. She was wifey material, and she put that out early, what she wanted and what she didn't want. But more importantly, cultural. Her culture was similar to mine. Our upbringings were the same. Was similar. Let me say that. And I'm gonna get old and Bible on you. We were equally yoked. The yolk had splattered in there, and we mixed it.
All right, we got Mr. Kenny. Mr. Kenny says, I think initially it always starts with the feeling. Otherwise, no one would be the one. LOL. But for real, society and social media and movies make us think you should meet the one and you should have the feeling. So, question to you both, did you know immediately? He says, I do think you feel like there is something different than the others almost immediately, in my opinion.
Go ahead, D. Come putting this.
Okay. All right. As far as the feeling goes, there definitely has to be some attraction there. There has to be some attraction. But beyond attraction, because it's like an iceberg, the attraction is the thing that's on the surface of the water, but underneath, there's so much more there.
Yeah.
So much more there.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to decide if that attraction is, it makes me look deeper. It makes me search deeper into this attraction, because common sense has to take over at some point in time, because you don't really know this person. You just have an attraction to him.
Mm-hmm.
Great place to start. But there's a whole lot of other stuff you got to check out.
Kenny, I think there is a feeling. I think there is a there should be a I think this can go somewhere. I think that's the feeling that we're talking about. I was pretty impressed by the overall interview, and I think there might be a position to her in my camp. When I met the missus, I looked and she had the proper junk in the trunk where it was supposed to be. Everything was lining up. She had the little ripples in the little stomach, and I was like, there is a potential for you in my company. I have an opening for you in my company. And so when I left her, I thought about, hey, I think this might be something that I want to pursue to see where it could lead. Now, and see, to think about what I'm saying, I think this might be something that I should pursue. So now we get away from there. I call, hey, this is Cat Daddy. I'm calling for Miss Cat Daddy. Hey, can we hook up and see if this thing could go any further? And see, that's the thing, kid. I think you're right. There is a feeling. There is an attraction, but there is also a feeling like, hey, I think this might be something. Because listen, when you meet somebody and you say, they sure is fine, but they ain't got nothing up top. The conversation was good, but I don't really think this is going to work because during the conversation or meeting them, you're going to talk about values. You're going to talk about stuff that you do, stuff that you like to do, and stuff that you don't like to do. And you'll find out then whether or not you guys are compatible after that fact. But yeah, I think it does start. I think we would be misleading you if we say it didn't start with a feeling, because it does. It does.
When I look at me and my wife, and I look at our situation, how we met and everything, there was attraction, absolutely. But it was more of, I got a chance to see how she dealt with me, and I got a chance to see her family and the whole nine. And people talk about, especially when you talk about compatibility, you just mentioned a second ago about being equally yoked. A lot of times people take that to mean we both Christians or we both the same religion, now we equally yoked. No, it doesn't. That's not it. Because my wife actually had stronger family values than I did. I didn't come from the type of family she came from, but my family, not that they were loose, I wasn't as committed to mine. So me adopting hers was easy. So when it came to us being equally yoked is more based on values and the values you have, rather than whether you're Christian. You got people that's Christian, they all don't have the same values. But if you don't have the same values when it comes to money, you don't have the same values when it comes to family, what we gonna teach the kids, just everything. You don't have the same values, and this means you're not equally yoked. You can both love Jesus, but that doesn't actually mean that y'all gonna have the same actual values when it comes to the things that make life work.
Cause and you hit that right on the head, D, because in relationships, it's not the things that we talk about that get us. It's normally the things that we assume that we don't talk about. Mm-hmm. For example, like D said, hey, are we celebrating Christmas? Does that not seem easy enough? That is such an easy thing. No, we're not celebrating Christmas because I don't want my son or daughter to believe in no white man coming down the chimney, or that seems like a really small deal, but that is a deal breaker to somebody. How are we gonna raise our kids? Are we gonna spank our kids or not? These are deal breakers in relationships. So that's when we say equally yoked, that is exactly what we're talking about right there. Because it's not the like he said, it's not the church stuff, because everybody go to church, and our cultures can be completely different. Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
Rod said, I watched this young guy at the barbershop meet the one, fall in love, rush into a relationship, break up, get a restraining order, and have a broken heart, all between 4 haircuts.
Hey man, listen.
That is funny.
Listen, because when we don't get out much and date, and I wouldn't recommend it, but it's because it's kind of a catch-22. The more we go out and date, the more conditioned we become to meeting this person or that person, knowing all about what conversation does and what it don't do. So I remember I was in the military and I had this guy who didn't date as much. He went out with this girl one night and he came back. I don't know what she did to him, but she must have did something really bad, because he came back and he said, I love her and I think I'm going to marry her. Now, and I think this is a problem a lot of times. we're not conditioned a lot of times for somebody to throw something on you. Now, my friend, not me, my friend was conditioned to that. He was used to that. That wouldn't have been nothing to him. As a matter of fact, he thought that's what's supposed to happen. But you do that to somebody that's not used to it, and now you have a guy going through all of this in a span of 4 haircuts. That's right.
So maybe it's a situation of, if I find the one, if all my little butterflies in my stomach are telling me this the one, there is a fear that if I don't lock down this one, they might be the one for somebody else. And I can't miss this opportunity. So I'm operating out fear, and I'm rushing to lock them down. Because I had a friend did the same thing. He went out to the club and met this girl. And like, I don't know what she put on him, but he did go and marry her. He married her. It lasted all of a month, but he married her. He did.
Dude, make me understand this. And normally when they rush out and do that, it's pretty quick how fast it goes away, though. This ain't nothing that lasts 6 months. Normally within a couple of months, when you've gotten conditioned to that thing, whatever she's doing, now it wasn't the same as it was before.
Yeah. When you say, let me get Kenny. Kenny says, what made you think it was something different? Did you feel deep down it was something different, or was it a mental choice? Like, did you mentally check all the boxes, or did you go with your heart?
Well, so you go ahead, Brittany. Go ahead.
I think when you're checking all the boxes, I think if you're looking for completion, you're gonna miss something. You're trying to see if this person is somebody I can do the work with, because you have to understand that there is work to be done.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to find somebody who is worth doing the work with. And a lot of times people get in things and then find out this ain't somebody I can work with, or somebody I even want to work with. We just base it on, I like the way the person makes me feel. And there's so much more to it than that.
Yeah. Also, there was a feeling when I met Cheryl. The feeling, and this is kind of funny too, because I was 21 at the time, and I knew I was kind of young to be even thinking about getting married. But I met Cheryl, and Cheryl had all the qualities that I would want my wife to have, right? And so I had a decision to make. You can either pursue this girl for marriage, or you can go let her make it and go back over here to this bar and go get back in this devil's den. Let me just say that. In the devil's den. So you have a decision to make. And at the time, my thinking was kind of both. My heart was saying something, but my head was also saying, listen, you got somebody right here. Now you can throw her back in the pond like you do fish if you want to, but it might be a minute before you get another one that's gonna have these qualities that you want. It may be a minute. Now, are you willing to risk that? And I wasn't. I was like, no, we're gonna go through some headaches, but now come on, get on in this bucket so I can put you on in this pan.
Fry up.
Fry up. But that's real though. That's real. It has to be a combination of both. I think you have to be using all of your senses, because you don't want to get it back to the house and be like, oh man, I thought it was bigger than that. Oh man, I thought it was.
Christina said, "Poor Cheryl, talking about Judge's wife." So Kenny say, so you knew immediately, right?
I didn't. It wasn't immediate. We spent a period of time. When you say immediate, I'm not sure what you mean. It wasn't love at first sight. It wasn't that.
I think what he's saying, because you said she checked the boxes. She said she had the qualities. I think for Kenny, when you mention boxes, that means you've thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the dangerous thing, number one, is not having boxes. So your qualifications are all over the place. How can you identify somebody if you don't know what you're looking for? And number two,
True.
There's a danger in finding somebody who makes you toss the boxes out the window.
Because he's so fine or she's so fine.
Come on now.
I met this chick, man, dark skin honey, had long black pretty hair, and she brother. I did the boxes like this, bro. I balled that book up, and Toss that booger, bro. And so when I got to talking to her, you know what she said? I say, tell me what you do. You got to be a model or something. She said to me, no, I just sit at home with my kids all day.
Oh.
What? You what? That's it. What? That's it? That's it. And I'm like, because they listen, and nothing against her, beautiful girl. I'm sure she went on to have a fabulous life. But dude, I was like, nah, I don't want nothing to do with that. I don't want you for nothing. For nothing.
Right.
For nothing.
You working, you ain't working, you sitting at home.
I don't want you for nothing. You got too much time. Number one, you got too much time in your hands. I don't want you for nothing.
I have to say, what's her number, John?
Say, man,
I have, you don't want them problems, I have. You
I'm
think
just
you do.
saying, bro. She got too much time on her hands, bro. I'm good
Listen,
on
when
that.
somebody make you toss out your list, they dangerous. That is danger. But when somebody, you look at them and you drawn in and you start noticing the list. You start looking at the person and the list becomes more evident to you. That's a different feeling.
But shouldn't we have a list? And the question again, I'm gonna address the question. The question is, how do you know when he or she is the one? And I believe when you with them, you say your subconscious list comes to mind, and you start checking off stuff. If they make you go to your list you have subconsciously, then you say, she might have some here and just not, she might have some more than a banging body. There may be some here.
Kenny say, so another question. Should you have the whoa feeling at all? Nothing wrong with having the whoa feeling, but at some point you gotta kind of stay grounded and not get emotionally wrapped up to where you're not thinking.
Yes, because most of the time when I say whoa, no, not me, because I don't say whoa. Most of the time when my friends say most of the time when my friends say whoa, it's normally because we see something and we're like, whoa. No. So when you think about something serious, you probably won't get the woes. The woes are for when you window shopping and somebody walk by and it's like two of them. It's like, but anyway, yeah, that's my friend. That's the whole nother thing. Go ahead.
So Selena says the woe feeling initially is the devil. Dead giveaway. Run.
Yeah, I would have to agree with Dr. Selena on that one because yes, that when you would because like Derek said, you want to keep your emotions as subtle as you can because you want to be able to think clearly. And woe is connected to your genitalia because it make my friend want to do something to you when he say whoa.
Right. And we let people into life where we shouldn't have let them into life.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
Woe lead to a baby. Y'all ain't married, and now you got a baby mama. You got a baby daddy situation.
Now you got baby drama.
Right, baby drama, because you don't know if this person crazy, deranged. Mm-hmm. You don't know. You just moving off a feeling. But take the feeling and let that feeling drive you to look a little deeper, investigate a little more.
Well, and the crazy thing about feelings, is they change. Oh, you could feel one day one way about a person one day, and all they gotta do is say something fly. All they gotta do is do something that's inconsiderate. All they gotta do is show you that they're on the same page you are, and you will feel completely different about it. Completely different.
Yeah. Absolutely. Christina said, "Is that a bad thing?" And she's talking about the woe. Is that a bad thing?
It just depends on where you are and what you're looking for. Now, if you're looking for relationships type stuff, woe is good, but most of the time, woe is not what you need.
Right. Dr. Selena says true unconditional love comes over a period of time where there are conditions that put that love to a test and still withstands.
Because what she's saying is when you're in a relationship and you trying to work through relationship stuff, for example, what kind of food should you? Okay, I'll tell you what. What about if he don't eat meat and you love you some meat? That seems simple enough, don't it? But eventually somebody is going either he because meat has a specific smell. Now, if he don't eat meat, most of the time they don't like being in the house where that kind of stuff going on. Man, and you got to work through that. So who willing to change? Who willing to change for the other one? See, that's how you find who the one is. Who is willing to change or adjust some things for me so we can be happy in this thing called love?
Christine said, I don't think woe is bad, especially if all other things are right. But that's what we're talking about. The woe makes you forget all the other things being right.
Yes,
and considering all the other things.
Christina, you are woe for somebody, but you crazy. You crazy, Christina. You crazy. So go on with that. It's always bad because you're crazy. Don't be trying to convince us because you're crazy.
Like to live life dangerous. Too many people living life dangerous, man.
Everybody can't live it. Everybody can't live it that way. Everybody cannot live it that way.
Because when we listen to the songs, we see the movies and all this stuff, a lot of what we see is not projecting life. When we look at the romances and the romance novels, romance movies, even the songs about romance, it's all based on the feeling. I want to lay in bed all day. And who when you gonna go to work? How we gonna pay bills if we gonna be laid up all day?
Love can't be tested until life comes in to give it the test. Don't nothing test a relationship like you trying to do life together.
Come on now.
Do I say that one more time?
Come on, Reb Yogi.
Don't nothing test your relationship like life. Again, because there are choices to be made with everything. You like fast food. He don't never eat fast food. Somebody got to cook every day. Do you want to cook every day? Well, no, I don't really cook that much. I like to eat out. There has to be a compromise somewhere. There has to be a compromise. What kind of movies you like? Well, I like westerns. Well, no, I like action movies where they're killing and fighting and biting and stealing. There is a compromise somewhere because they don't do that in westerns because they gonna do all that. They can't do all that. Get on and off a horse.
Yeah.
Dude, life, relationships, and life. That's when you find out whether or not a person is the one or not. The person that wants to compromise for you will say, I know she don't like this because me and my wife are far from perfect, but we're willing to compromise for each other. And that's what having a successful relationship. And more importantly, that one is the one that will. Because if they got that woe, they ain't going to compromise for you because they got the woe. They get the woe from everybody. They talk about people all day and get the woe all day. So why they want to compromise for you?
You're absolutely right. And I think we go back. We had this discussion before how people we made love a feeling, and that's what we made love. And I tell people that's not love. That's passion. Love is a prison that you get locked in, and you don't mind doing the time.
What? Oh, you're just gonna slide that in, huh?
Because your choices are change, and you willing to make the shift and make the compromises. You willing to do what it takes because I want to make this work. Now the passion gets you in there, but once you in there, love takes over, and I got to do what's necessary to keep this thing going.
Even though I don't feel like it all the time. Even though I don't feel like her being all up under me all the time. Even though she don't feel like me being all up under her all the time. Dude, and when I say all the time, I don't mean all the time, but I mean you don't feel like being in a relationship all the time. If somebody tell you that, they lying because you don't feel like it all the time. But you know what? You stay in it anyway, and you don't say nothing to go against it.
You're absolutely right. You know, people say finances is one of the main reasons why people get divorced. And I tell people that's not true. Here's the thing. Finances reveal your values more than anything else. Money reveals your values more than anything else. I haven't said Casanova said that. That's real. That's real. But when we look at finances, money exposes your values. When you get money, what you do with that money tells where your heart really is. It tells how you were really trained, how you were really raised, and because now you have resources to entertain whatever your value system is. So if you're a person that loves to save money because you're thinking about the future, but you get with somebody who's all about the moment, y'all gonna have problems.
But D, there is no greater feeling though than when you and her together and y'all not rich, but y'all not poor, and y'all working to have things together. There ain't no greater feeling than that, dude. There is no greater feeling. Now, generally the problems may come after you get the money. That's normally when, because the struggle, the thing that y'all working toward together is gone now. So then you got to create something else. But ain't no feeling like working together towards something else.
Right. So Kenny said, so my friend said, he's stealing your stuff. So my friend said, if you don't get the butterfly whoa feeling, doesn't that mean you're settling? Listen, life settles. Think about it. Settling means you what? There's a lot of stuff that you were doing that you don't do anymore. Going out hunting, you ain't hunting no more because you done settled.
I think we give settling. I think we give settling a bad name per se, because when I get older, I'm more wiser. I should be more wiser about my relationship choices. When I'm young, I'm going for look. I want you to be stallion. So when people see you, they're like, "Oh, John, oh boy, you done killed the game with this one." But when you get older, you understand how unimportant that is. You understand how much of a fool you got to be to maintain and keep up with that. You should be your thing should be smart, and I think we need to eliminate the word settling once we get past 35. I really do, because what is settling? Because now you saying that you better than or you deserve more than the person that you got, and what the hell is that? What does that mean?
Yeah.
Because what if you with somebody and you find out they settle for you? Why you settle for, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just think we take it out of context. No. I think we take it way out of context.
I think what it is, from the way Kenny put it, I think settling is a compromise that I made that I wasn't cool with. I made a compromise that I was not cool with.
But compromise don't mean I think I can do better. Don't that mean that?
Well, I think it's in conversation too. Just like I said, you got a person who they're a saver, they plan for the future, but you got a person who's in the moment, they like to have fun. You need both of them. So they got to sit and talk and decide how much of each one is reasonable.
What's in the compromise?
Still have the excitement, still have the fun, but we know we good because security is important, but we still got to be able to get along and have fun too.
Dr. Selena Smith says feelings are fleeting. Real relationships are based on substance last. Yeah. Okay. So, well, let me say this. I only think you settle for something when you know that I know this probably gonna be too much for me, or this I'm gonna have to pull my thing way back. I think it's just when you know you and somebody not really compatible, and you go ahead and decide to make a relationship out of it, or try to make a relationship out of it. I think that's the only time somebody really settles. That's what I think. D, what you think?
I think when we said everybody settles, I think we're confusing settles with commit. You commit to somebody. as far as settling says that I've invited something in that I know is not necessarily good for me, and I'm taking that unnecessary risk.
There you go.
But committing means I've looked at everything, and this is somebody I don't mind doing life with. But I think when we use the terms like settle, it gives people this escape mentality. Because as soon as things are not working the way I want them to, we having too many arguments because we don't have communication skills and everything like that. I'm telling myself I'm in something I need to get out of. When really, you just need to learn how to work things out.
I tell the story often, man. I say I had a girlfriend back in high school that she wasn't no good for me, but she was really good to me. And so I tried to pursue a relationship with her, and I knew that she wasn't no good for me, and I was settling because of the way she used to do certain things. I settled for that, and I knew that she was not compatible, and that we weren't gonna stay together long. I knew we was gonna be fussing and fighting all the time, and I settled for that. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. But so what I did, I put God in it. God, if you don't want me to have this, take me away from it. When you put God in it, you better know He gonna get in it, and she gonna be gone if she not for you. That's real. All I can say is I hadn't looked back that way since.
And that says a lot when you can make a commitment like that to say, okay, whatever you say, God, I'm done. But so many people pray about it, God say no, and they still.
But you don't gotta pray about it, D, because you know. Listen, I knew she wasn't for me. I knew that. But I wasn't man enough to say, well, listen, being the man that I am, trying to have this and that, I don't think we're compatible. Because she gonna say, come here, let me show you something. Let me do this.
Right.
And I'll be like, right. Well, I know I had nerve with you. Because we know. We involve God because we know. We know subconsciously, we know what's for us and what's not for us, man.
Yeah. Christina said, I hate asking God that.
Because He gonna show you. We hate asking God because we know He gonna show us, and we already know what He gonna show us. God, come on in and do this thing now. Come on, because I know you're coming.
All right.
Wow. We just got on here 10 minutes ago.
Final thoughts.
All right. My final thought for this evening is it's relatively simple today. I always say this: try to be the best version of yourself. Because listen, all dating is seeing who you should take a chance with. It's going through the process to see, are they worth another date? Are they worth another interview? It's just like corporate America. Everybody want people on their teams that are valuable, and you just have to show yourself. Now, be honest with yourself while you're dating people, because you deserve honesty just like they do. And there's nothing like giving people extra chances, and along with them, you start saying, wait a minute, you said you like this. You said you like pets. I got 9 dogs at home, and when you come over, you hiding in the closet. I need you to be honest with me. Be honest with, because listen, you owe that to each other. To try to, if you guys are really serious about a relationship, let's start with honesty, and everything else really works out from there. That's my final thought.
Everybody is looking for the one, but there are so many things that go into finding the one, and a lot of it starts with you. Do you know exactly what you're looking for? Do you know where your life is going? Too many people take on somebody and then try to figure out life. Think of put more thought into life first, the type of life that you want. Think about what kind of marriage you want. Think of what kind of family you want as far as you and that person raising kids. Think about your career. Think about what this marriage or what this relationship, how it would enhance where you're trying to go, or how it will take away, so you know what compromises you might have to make. We do all the other things up front, and we put this on the back end. Let's start with looking at our own selves, looking at our own lives first. Because now, once I can see clear, my life, once I can see clear where I'm going, the things that are in the plan, now the one becomes more clear when I look at it. When God presented Eve to Adam, he said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, because he understood what she was there for. So when you see this person, you will recognize it because you're looking at them through the vision of what your life should be. So you figure out your vision for your life, figure out life, and watch that person become more clear, and you can recognize it that much more easily. And that's our King speaking this week.
Well. You hit him with that one, D. You hit him with that one. Oh, you brought in Adam and Eve. Put Adam and Eve on him, boy.
Go back to the beginning.
Hey, you can't lose that way. Going back that way.
Mika says another great show. Thank you. Thank everybody for watching. We appreciate all of the comments. We appreciate all the questions, all the love. We appreciate y'all watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Let other people know what we're doing. If you like what we're doing, if you like this show, share it with somebody. Might help somebody who's looking for the one and they need to do some work. So,
and if you raggedy, fix you. Don't look for the one yet. Fix you. Fix you. Because you raggedy. You got tires on. They ain't got no screws and no nuts on the tires. They about the wheels flopping. You raggedy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Right. Don't do that to nobody.
So no matter how good the one is, they can't fix you.
Woo! How you just gonna jump on mine? Took what I did and just dunked it.
Oh, you laid it up there, man. I had, you know what I'm saying? I took the alley, man.
That's what's up, man. That's good, bro. That's good.
What we do, brother.
That's what's up.
We appreciate everybody. Real quick, let them know what you got going on, man. How to find you.
Actually, you can find me on Facebook at John Yogi. I'm on YouTube. I got my own YouTube channel. It's John Yogi, comedian John Yogi. I'm on. Let me see. I got some movies coming out. I'm starting back getting these comedy clubs, man. This year is gonna be great for me. Y'all look out for me because it's gonna be great.
And if you need a comedian, need an MC, definitely hit him up. He's an MC extraordinaire. So definitely hit him up. You need a comedian, you need an MC for something you got going on. He's excellent. As far as I'm concerned, Overcomers Empowerment Ministries. You can catch us Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. on BS3 TV on Roku and also on Facebook and YouTube. And you can catch us anytime you want to because we're on demand. So you can go back and watch past episodes, past messages, and everything as well at your leisure. So definitely go and check us out, Overcomers Empowerment Ministries.
We on demand. Did y'all hear that? Would you hear? I heard when he had said that.
Yeah. We got a whole bunch of messages you can go and check out. So
there you go.
Be blessed. What's up, man? Be blessed. We appreciate everybody. We're out of here. We're going to catch y'all next week. Peace out.